Welcome back to One of Rivals. This is Jay, and I'm joined by Ozzy. And in today's video, we'll be showing you guys the most effective method to earn RP and money in 2024. Okay, well, let's get started.
All right, let's go.
Wait, so we're doing jobs? Okay, so we're not going to watch TV. All right.
Maybe on another video.
Oh, so I thought, oh, never mind.
We'll watch 24 or something. The whole first season of 24.
Or whatever fictional shows are on the TV.
Prison Break.
All right, so let's see here.
Do you want me to go to the ground or the roof?
No, so let's go ahead and just take a vehicle from the assistant here.
What can I do
Just to make it easier. So
Did you invite me? Oh.
Let me know what you want.
yeah, so let me invite you real quick to the
We'll get it
CEO.
ready. What do you need? What vehicle should I tell them you want? Whatever you want. I'll get him to bring it up.
And I'm gonna go ahead and fly this out of this location because I honestly don't trust you.
I don't think I've crashed a single helicopter in a video. So
I mean that we know of, that we're aware
that's
of.
why I said on video.
On video.
On video.
All right, guys. For the first job we're gonna start here, it's gonna be ramped up. So for the people that are aware of this job, you have to have the ramp buggy to start this job. But what I'm gonna do is go ahead and just return my vehicle to storage so I can call in the MK. The most effective method for this is to have the whoever's the CEO leader and it has the access to the ramp buggy vehicle. What they can do is they can just call it in. Call this job in. So you're gonna go to your you're gonna go to VIP work, and this is gonna be called ramped up. And if you're the CEO leader and you're higher level and you have more resources, what you're gonna do is start that job, and then have the lower level player go ahead and just get into the ramp buggy. And don't worry about keeping that helicopter intact. So if you want to run over it, it's fine. I'll just call another one in. All right, so just go ahead and just stay in that. Just wherever you want to go, that's fine. So while Ozzy's in that, just kind of goofing off and flipping cars for no reason, I'll be collecting the cargo crates. And I like to use this job because it's really just a quick... We'll see the payout after this, but this is just a quick way to earn this... this amount of money in RP.
So that's kind of cool that even though this job has you spawn in the ramp buggy, you don't have to necessarily use it, right, to complete it. You can use any vehicle.
So you can use... Normally the way it used to work before was, before the MK2 came out, what you would actually do is you'd have to actually use a ramp buggy to help the second player ramp the whatever vehicle was spawned near the ramp buggy. I forgot what it was. It was like the Sanchez or something like that. And what you would have to actually do is ramp off of the buggy onto wherever these crates were, using that vehicle that was provided.
Oh, so there was actually a purpose back then.
So there was a purpose back then, yeah. So there was a purpose to using both of those vehicles, but later on, it kind of just became the norm to, you know, most people that already had the ramp buggy technically probably already owned the MK2. So it just made more sense to have the lower level player, the player with less money, sit in the ramp buggy and have the higher level player call in their MK, and then they can just collect the crates with the MK. And it's actually like twice as fast. Because imagine all of these, having to ramp each one of these just to collect the crate. That's why before, this wasn't the most effective way. But now it is. And this isn't a glitch or an exploit. It's completely 100% legit. It's built in the game for this reason. So I'm pretty sure they would have just disabled the ability to use the MK if this wasn't a real method of being able to just kind of get around, you know, the logistics of collecting those crates. Because the game doesn't make a distinction. It just wants you to collect the crates. It doesn't matter the method that you use to collect those crates. And so like you see here, I'm at 10 out of 15. We're almost done. Let's collect the last 5 here. Doesn't matter where exactly I'm at, but I'm going to go ahead and just, since I'm already going to have to start the next job from the client, from the terabyte, the next client job. So I'll have my location a little closer to that spot there. So what I'm going to do is just collect the crates surrounding the terabyte. And, I mean, there's no pressure. Like, you can finish this job in maybe less or more time. It doesn't matter as long as you just get this job done in this amount of time. I mean, there's plenty of time. Like, you see the cooldown timer there.
I've flipped 30 cars now.
Are you counting?
Yes.
You've been counting?
You can even flip buses, which I didn't think it would actually flip it, but
yeah,
it did.
No, you can. My favorite is flipping people on motorcycles. That's the most interesting one because if you find somebody, it actually sends them
flying.
Yeah, it actually sends them flying. And sometimes they land back on 2 wheels, and sometimes they don't. So I always try to do that. But the buses, yeah, and sometimes the trucks that are lifted, the lifted trucks, get a good amount of lift off of that ramp buggy too, especially if they're already driving down the street. It's kind of funny. So I like to mess around with that. So there you go. So how much did you earn for that?
37,000.
Okay, there you go. That's pretty good.
Oh, self-destruct. I have to get out.
So you have to get out of that. So what you're going to do, Ozzy, so go ahead and just spawn in the buzzard from your location. So just get away from that, wherever the ramp buggy is. And I'm going to start a point-to-point, which is a race. So what we're going to do is, as soon as that... No, what you're going to do is from your CEO, from the CEO menu.
Oh.
So what you're going to do is go to CEO, Secure Serve Associates, go to Associate Vehicle, and then Buzzard. And just get in that, and then I'm going to go ahead and select the VIP challenges, which is another 10.5, 10,500 or 11,000, about that. So what I'm going to do is do a point-to-point, and I'm going to go ahead and just select a spot on the map. And if you need to fill up your armor, I don't know if you do, but normally what I do is I'll set the point-to-point near a location that it might be useful. In other words, like in front of ammunition here. So if you need to fill up on your armor or your ammo, you can do that afterwards. So go ahead and just go fly to that spot. Try not to crash land or anything. Just kind of like, it's no hurry, but... And so while you're doing that, because normally, I'm not even going to go into the details of how I used to be able to do another method of being able to share the resources of these races, but you can just take turns doing this VIP challenge. For this video, I'm going to just be letting Ozzy win every one of these, so you can make the extra 10K or 11K. But normally you would just trade off. If it's another player that might need the money, you just trade off. So on the next one, I'll be the one taking it to show you guys, and then back and forth. All right, so after you're done with that, just go ahead and wait for the prompt. What I'm going to do is have you spawn into a terabyte for this next job.
Okay, let me buy armor.
Yeah, so go ahead and do that real quick. Just leave the helicopter, so don't get into it, so I can spawn you, so I can send you the invite, and then you can spawn over here.
All right, I'm good.
All right, so I'll send you the invite real quick. And then we'll be just spawning another helicopter to go together in this job, so I can just kind of show you. So if you guys have access to, or you guys own the terabyte, this is another method. So after you do the VIP challenge, after starting whatever job, either headhunter or ramped up or plowed or whatever other job you have a vehicle access to. You want to just start the next job in the sequence, and that'll be the jobs that you have access to on this touchscreen computer for your terabyte. And these are really quick and easy method to make just anywhere from 30 to 32,000, and it is going to be any of these four, and each one of these is going to have a 30-minute cooldown. So what you're going to do is want to trigger them in such a way that you're going to be cycling through all four of these eventually through that half-hour cooldown. Each one of these has its own separate cooldown. So you start this one, there's about a 2-minute cooldown in between each job. So what you're going to do is in between those 2 minutes, do another CEO or VIP work. So we're going to do what's robbery in progress. So for this, what we do is we just go, at least for this video, we're going to go straight into the camera system to just look for the robbery. If you're familiar with these jobs already and you already know where these jobs are going to spawn, that's the first spot there. And there's 3 possible locations, and they're always the same 3, but it cycles through those 3 in a random order. And so if you already know where those are, you can actually go there before even having them pull up on the camera system. This is more for if you're part of the organization, so the entire team is aware of where that job is going to spawn. All right, so it looks like we have, let's see here. What is this one? I think this is what, the Pacific, where the Pacific Standard job would be. Right? Yeah, Pacific Standard Bank.
Okay, these guys look like professionals. But then again,
Like, follow you?
Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and spawn. Yeah, we're gonna spawn just yeah, that's fine. We just spawned the buzzard. Nothing too elaborate here that we need to do. So just go ahead, yeah, just follow me, and then I'll show you here real quick.
Imagine how shitty it is to live in Los Santos when there seems to be a bank robbery every few weeks.
No, I think they're used to it now at this point.
If we're not the ones robbing it, seems like other people are robbing the bank.
Yeah, so if it's not us, it's going to be another crew. There's always like a new crew every day or every other day that's going to be hitting up a bank. And at this point, I think even the LSPD is used to it now.
It's like a daily occurrence.
Yeah, it pretty much is at this point.
try not to get shot into chunks.
So it looks like we have the minigun enemy here still in the inside the bank. So what we're going to do is just try to take him out here real quick. Hopefully we don't die in the process here. So my aim is a little off, as you can tell.
So this is the first time I've seen these jobs. This is kind of a cool idea for a job. Like, it's usually you're the one robbing the bank, and now you have to take out bank robbers.
So yeah, now you have to rob the bank robbers. So yeah, what we're gonna do is let's go ahead and do a different method here. This might take a little longer because normally, like I said, I'm just doing bare minimum. Normally what I would do is just use a different vehicle.
Y'all make it out?
Yeah, you can get out. And don't approach the robbery yet, because what I'm going to do is just use an RPG to take this guy out.
So it's just you cops that are out right now?
Yeah, just cover me with the cops, because this guy right here is armored, so let's go ahead and go in the bank real quick. So that guy right there, he's like the Juggernaut. He has a Juggernaut suit, so he's armored. So we take out those 2 guards there, or those 2 enemies, actually. They're not guards. And then we just pick up that gold. And then from in here, before we even exit, we're going to have the Lester contact pulled up so that we can, as soon as exit the building, we're going to get into the helicopter and we're going to call the cops off so that we can just deliver this gold real quick. And so let me get into this and get in real quick. Get in. And then as soon as you're in there, I'll call the cops off, and then we're done. Well,
no problem.
I don't know why that got the cops back on us, but that's fine. So we'll lose the cops on the way. But normally what happens is, we might have done that too fast. Normally, if you get into that vehicle, if you get into your CEO with your associate or whatever, and if you guys are riding the same vehicle, you can actually have the Lester. You can have Lester lose the cops for both of you guys, or whoever's in your organization. So I'm gonna have a cooldown on that, so we won't be able to use it again. You might be able to call Lester and Ozzy. Actually, it might cost you, but it's like 500 or 1,000. Because the location for the drop-off is going to be really close to where we are.
All right.
And so there we go.
Called him.
So either way, either I can call Lester or you can call Lester if you're part of the organization as well. And then we can just lose the cops that way. And since we already started the cooldown timer for the first VIP job, that's going to just lead right into the next mission that we're going to do here. So... And just like that, we earned 31,500. Not too bad. And a good amount of RP as well.
Okay, fine work. I hope you're happy with that paycheck.
So just for this one, for the next VIP job, what I like to do, since we're already at this part of the map, like near the southern portion of the map, what I like to do is a VIP job I call hostile. Well, everybody calls it that, but it's called the hostile takeover. And what I do is I usually just go with the LSIA, which is the airport location. And that's the easiest one to do. If you're already on this part of the map anyway, it just makes the most sense to do this location. And if you have a chance, you can armor up if you want to. I don't know if you need to armor up or...
I'm good right now.
Okay. So you're going to just stay, for the purposes of this job right now, just to show people here real quick. You know, your basic, take out your target, collect the briefcase. But what we're going to do is actually just have you stay in that, and I'm going to pick it up with the actual buzzer itself without actually getting out. So you can do is just land over it, and you pick it up, and then you just go drop it off, and that's it. Pretty self-explanatory here.
What's this cooldown for Lester?
So the cooldown for Lester is, I'm not sure what the cooldown is now, because they did adjust it like a while ago. And I just kind of forget on that, but I believe it's like anywhere from 5 to 6 minutes, something like that. Now, you won't be able to call Lester on this job. There are some VIP jobs that you can't call Lester for.
What's up? How can I help?
So it'll say just unavailable.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so either way, so the cooldown is probably not ticked down for you yet, but even if it was, you wouldn't be able to use it. Now, sometimes what I do like to use is the off the radar. That seems to throw off the AI. I mean, it's like a 50-50, but when I go off the radar, for some reason, that throws them off and they can't find you. Because I have lost the cops like that before. It makes it a little bit easier to lose them. Like I said, doesn't always work, but it confuses them enough. So here we just drop off the briefcase. And as you can see, they're not pursuing us. Possibly because we're off the radar. But who knows? Maybe I may be wrong on that. So another just 15,500 really quick. And so we're just running down these timers on the VIP jobs. And then making them available as we're doing the other client jobs in between that. So just wait a few seconds here for the game to register. To figure out what we can do next here. Alright, so we'll go ahead and do another point-to-point. And we'll do the point-to-point to the terabyte since we're already on the way there. To start the next client job. And also what I like about doing all this is that it's really, there's no pressure. There's no, you know, you want to do it the fastest possible to get the money to you want to get the fastest amount of money. So for this, I'm just gonna collect it myself. Normally, I would just have you do it, but just to get this going. So you just want to have the efficiency of time to money. And so, depending on how fast you want to do them and how many people are in your organization, that's going to depend on how fast you do and how much money you earn in an hour, or 2 hours, however much your playtime is. So there's still, like, we still did those jobs pretty quick because now there's still a 23-second cooldown. Just gonna deposit this money real quick here. Okay, so for the next job, we're just going to do targeted data. And this one's pretty self-explanatory as well. Just take out a target after you hack 2 laptops. And the location is always in the same spot. It's where the life invader is. And I usually just will set a marker here for people. Or you can set one like a point of interest. Just as a reminder to yourself. And the way you do that is just, obviously people know how to do a point of interest, but you just go to the map and then you just hit triangle and then it'll add like a marker there for this session. So for this job, you can actually skip the prompt for entering the terror bite. You can just go straight to this life invader location. So we're just going to go ahead and take out the guards and hack the laptops. All right, go ahead inside. And you just clear all the guards real quick. Do you think you'll be comfortable hacking a laptop, Ozzy?
No.
Well, just get on it anyway.
All right.
It's just a number sequence that you have to match up. That's it. So you're going to get it's going to tell you on the top of the screen the red numbers. You just have to find that same sequence, and just as soon as you have those numbers, you just hit X, and that's it. And you can use your left stick to move through the numbers quicker.
One to go. We should have access to all that personal data as soon as it's done. I've got full access to their servers now, and I set the target's location to your GPS. There's nothing about this guy I don't know.
So if you haven't done those before, that might take some getting used to
Surprised if you run into any more
when you first do them. But I mean, it's just, it's just practice. Not a big deal if you don't get them. And one person can do both hacks. It's not a big deal. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and just get into the buzzer real quick. Just jump in. Don't even worry about the cops. Let's just go. We're gonna switch vehicles real quick here because this did take some damage. So let me just call the let me call S, or just lose the wanted level real quick so we can transfer.
If it isn't my creepy silent friend.
And just tell me if you lose the wanted level as well.
Can't
Yeah.
handle the heat,
Okay.
my friend. Okay.
All right, so let's go ahead and
Leave it
just
with creepy
transfer. So
Uncle
what I'm gonna do
Lester.
is just drop this down real quick. I'll call the Sparrow. So now, if you guys own a submarine, you guys just can call the Sparrow from your vehicle, from your what's it called, service. From your service vehicle, and then you go to your sub, and then you go request, obviously. So that's another good option too for the player that owns a sub. And then what I like to do is just blow this up to reset the armor on that, because every time that there's a cooldown, but after the cooldown, it spawns it back in with full armor. And you can just take this target out from the helicopter here. As you can see, what it does is that it just gives you the option. You can take it out on the ground if you wanted to, but it's just easier if you're already in a weaponized vehicle or a flying vehicle, whatever, jet, helicopter, whatever it is, MK. All right, so for this next one, what we're going to do is go ahead and start Headhunter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spawn in a buzzard for you. I'm going to use the Pegasus option here and just call this buzzard for you. So I'm going to land, and then that way we can split up to get the targets quicker.
Lifestyle Management. How can I help you?
I'll call in the attack buzzard.
Beautiful new aircraft is waiting at our nearest
And I'm
airfield.
going to have to clear
We
these
hope
out
you're
real quick
very
here
happy,
first.
sir.
Alright, let me see if the cooldown is over for these. Let me see. Might be the best option, actually. Alright, so I'm going to spawn in the buzzard. Can you call Lester real quick?
Yeah.
Normally, of course, it happens every time. Whenever we're not recording, normally that helipad is empty. There's never a helicopter there or some kind of vehicle, but right now, of course, there is. So what we're going to do is just kind of land. It doesn't matter where we land here. So just spawn in the buzzard. Just get in the buzzard and we're going to split up. And you're going to take out 2 targets. Try to take them out with the buzzard.
All right.
There's going to be 2 stationary for this next job and 2 moving around the map. So this job is called Headhunter. So go ahead and... You might get attacked by that NPC. So, all right. So let's split up. Take the ones that are the closest to you. So take out the 2 that are closest to you.
All right.
What you want to do is normally take out the one that's moving first, because it'll move away from you sometimes. So take out the moving one, the moving target, because the stationary obviously is still gonna be there when you're done with that one. Try not to get too close to it, because you will get shot out of that buzzard. So try to keep a good distance. And it's not a big deal if you can't get them. I can get the other 2. So as long as you can get at least one of them. Just keep a good distance. Like, you have to get at a good distance for the rock, because the rockets from the buzzard
All right, I got one.
don't turn. That's the only thing about the buzzard. The tracking system for that missile is crap. If you don't have a good, if you don't have a good angle on your target, it will not, even if it's right next to him, that missile will not turn. It has one of the worst trackings. It's a good, reliable helicopter to use, but the tracking system is just no good. But it doesn't matter. So try to just... You can probably get that. All right, so I lost the cops here, so I'm good. If you can't get it, just let me know. But it should be the middle target between the 3 NPCs. Of the 3, it'll be the one that has the red arrow above it. So right after we're done with that, we're just gonna go ahead and fly towards the terror bite and just land anywhere near it, because we're gonna start the next job for that cycle. And this is a good method if you have other businesses and you're having them, you're cooking them in the background, and your saves are collecting money, all your other good stuff that's accruing crates or whatever, what have you. So this is a good method just to have as a, in addition to having your passive income. So this isn't more of an active way to earn your income and your RP.
Okay, you're going to steal a diamond shipment from them.
Okay, so for this one, we're gonna go in the same vehicle here.
But you won't pay retail price.
All right, so that one's damaged. All right, so we'll go ahead. Let me see.
Technology to use.
Let's just take this one instead then. So again, for this one, there's a few ways that you can execute this. If you know where the location of the diamonds, where it's gonna spawn, for this one, the diamonds spawn. I'll show you guys. You can stay in the helicopter, Ozzy.
All right.
So if you get into just the driver's side, while the rest of your organization is getting to that location, what it does is that it gives you a marker. It's gonna be in this spot every time. Only that's a good thing about diamonds. It only spawns this location for diamonds. And if you already know where that is, what you can do is actually just go there without even entering the terabyte. So I don't know if you noticed that, but that missile, because I was so far away, it actually glitched through the building and spawned into where the guard that was holding the diamonds. Because of the way things spawn into the world, I fired the missile in such a way that it actually went through the building, and it wasn't a glitch. It just hadn't spawned in the environment, and the missile hit the target, went through the building. And normally that doesn't happen. I've gotten that to happen like a handful of times, but I mean that was just pure coincidence. All right, just get in. We'll lose the cops on the way. I'll just call Lester.
And other crews can see where you are. Be careful out there.
I take it this isn't a social call.
Now that was a really easy execution, but normally that's a lot more work. We just got lucky on this one.
Because the missile hit
Because
inside.
the missile hit inside, yeah. Which is really interesting how that works. Because I guess at a certain distance, buildings don't have a physicality to them in the
Well,
world.
the outside of them.
What's that?
The outside of them. So the missile doesn't hit the outside. It goes
Straight into
Into
the building and hits the target that's behind
Whatever's
the building.
inside.
Yeah. I've normally not had that happen it's been, I don't even know how long, but I have seen that before. Because I was just kind of firing the missile from a distance just to hit the outside targets, and it just landed inside somehow. Which is interesting. So we'll just wait for the cooldown to hit 30 seconds. That way we can earn just a little more money. So we'll hit it at 26:30. Because every 30 seconds, it changes the amount that is paid out. But we're not going to just wait those 30. So we're just going to go and hit this. And there we go. Okay, let's see. So I ranked up.
That's good work, and the pay's good too. Should be with you now.
All right, let's see if the cooldown for the VIP challenge looks like it is. So you're gonna go. You're gonna take this one. So I'll fly us there, but you're gonna get down and just win the race, and then you'll get that money. So after this, we might have to go visit my nightclub just to reassign one of my techs, because it looks like let me see, my cargo and something else is full. So just so that's collecting in the background still. Let me just land this real quick. So just get out, and try not to get too close here, because then it'll. All right, there you go. And if the cooldowns, if we did do this in the right order, by the time we're done with this job, the cooldown for the next VIP job should have already been done. So now we can actually spawn in a job that's really close to us that we can use.
And I just ranked up too.
And so what we'll do is, that's good. So as you can see, like it is earning you a good amount of RP. So what we're going to do is call in Transporter. And this is the Wastelander mission. If you guys own the Wastelander, and if you're dropping off diamonds here and you do a VIP challenge to the ammunition, and then if I don't need armor, but if you know your other organization members did need armor, you could fill up. Actually, I did need armor. I don't know what, but that's fine. It doesn't matter. So just get into this Wastelander. For people that already own this, it's just an easy kind of trick to have it just spawn here, because it always spawns at this location when you're near the vineyard. And I know what your question is going to be, Ozzy, and the answer is yes. You can unlock the vehicle on the back of this Wastelander, but it takes a ridiculous amount of leveling up in Arena Wars. But it is one of the most unique vehicles that you could possibly unlock, because you can't purchase it.
I was gonna say you could also get it in story mode.
Yeah, but besides story mode, in online, the only way to get this vehicle is to unlock it through the Arena War upgrade rank up system.
Do you have it?
No, I don't have this. It's almost impossible. I forget what rank you have to be in Arena War. It's just one of those things that you have to really be dedicated to leveling up Arena War, and you'd have to almost go out of your way to get that. Because it's just I'm not even going to explain it to people. People realize what it is. It's just ridiculous. But, I mean, who knows? Maybe there's an easier way that I haven't come across. I just know that it's one of those kind of like collectible vehicles that is cool to unlock, but it's maybe not worth the trouble. And I wish it was easier to unlock it. I mean, at least you can look at it, right, from this job. Because it's, like, really cool. It looks like almost like something that would be in Mad Max, I think.
Or it looks almost like a X-Wing.
Yeah, it does, kind of. I forgot what it's called. I forgot what the name of this vehicle is.
It's the Wastelander, no? This is help deliver the Wastelander.
No, I'm talking about the vehicle on top, on the back of it.
Well, yeah, that's what it... Then what's the Wastelander referring to?
What I'm driving. The Wastelander is a vehicle that I'm actually driving.
Okay.
So, it's... So, let me see. Maybe if I get out real quick, it'll tell me. So, let's see here. Get out of the get out of the vehicle.
Oh, we're getting chased.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. You can just kill those enemies. It's just because when I got out and then you got into the driver's side, it doesn't tell you. But let me see. Maybe there's a prompt that says real quick. No, it doesn't. So it tells you at the beginning. It actually gives you a prompt that tells you what the name of the vehicle. I just forgot. I just wasn't paying attention to it. And most of these, like this job, you can do solo if you happen to just be a higher level or have more resources to your disposal, and you have the Wastelander and all these vehicles. The ramped up job you can't do solo. You need 2 players at least to be in the same lobby. But for this one, you can actually start it by yourself with the solo player, because you really don't need to take out those enemies. You can just ignore them. You can just drive the Wastelander straight to the drop-off. And then, of course, if you do have a second player or third player, they can just ride shotgun and then just kind of like shoot behind you if the enemies are creating a problem. And for extra RP for enemy kills. I like to take this route here because it cuts across. Just watch out for the incoming train here because I have been flipped like a crazy. That will hit the edge of the wasteland there and it'll flip in. I've actually been flipped up in there.
And will it blow it up or no? You could just flip
over.
No,
it won't blow it up at first. It can take a good amount of damage, but it just flipped it up. I just didn't want to show that right now, but it was pretty interesting. And it damaged it to the point where it looked like it was clearly damaged, but it wasn't enough.
You're able to finish the mission.
I was able to finish the mission. Yeah, I was. Now, what I like to do sometimes here, if kind of doing these jobs back to back.
Space Stalker.
That's what
it's
it is.
called.
That's what it is. There you go. I knew it had an interesting name. That's one of the most rare. That's one of the rarest vehicles to unlock because you can't purchase it. And for a long time, it wasn't even available to unlock before Arena Wars was out. It was just one of those cool vehicles you saw on the back of that Wastelander. But you said that's in story mode. You can get it, right?
I forgot how you unlock it, but you can unlock it in story mode.
Yeah, which
you
is
have
cool.
to collect
a certain amount of the space.
Space parts. That's what it is.
Spaceship parts. A UFO.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Conspiracy with Trevor. Yeah,
yes, that's what it was.
Okay, so that point to point is still on a cooldown. So what we're gonna do is just go ahead and fly. Actually, we'll just to show people here, we'll do a quick Miss Baker mission.
Hey, how can I help?
Just so we're doing something in
So,
between.
we have 2 key clients arriving
Oh,
in town
perfect.
at the same time. I need them both at the casino in an overconfident mood after a smooth ride. You're driving. Get someone you trust in the other car. Thanks.
So if you start this job by yourself, it'll only be one limo. And you will earn less money. So that's why I like to do this if there are 2 or 3 players. And really, you only need 2 players to do it. It only spawns 2 limos. So if you have 4 players, if you have 3 others in your organization, there are only 2 limos. So no matter what. If you're solo, 1 limo, 3, doesn't matter. 2, obviously 2 limos. Just go ahead and whichever one you want. Which one you want? That one?
I got the black one.
Okay. So what you're going to do is, what location is it telling you to go to?
Mackenzie Field.
Okay, so you're going to go to Mackenzie Field. Take the one I took first. So we're going to switch. So what you're going to do is, when you get there, you're going to honk at the VIP to pick him up. And then you're going to drop him off. There's going to be a meter, and I'll show you when it gets to that point. When you get there, after you pick him up, there'll be a meter showing the tip amount, because on regular days when it's not double money, it's only 10,000. And if you keep your speed at a certain like the meter, there's like a speed meter, and as long as you don't go above the speed limit for that VIP client, because then it scares them off, you get that 10,000 extra added tip money. And this one, you earn more money for having 2 limos instead of 1. That's why I like to do this one with 2 players. Yeah, so mine's going to take just a little longer to get there.
And you're dropping them off back at the casino?
Yeah.
Okay.
So as soon as you pick them up, you'll see the marker show back up, so it'll give you a marker automatically for the casino. Now, if you want to take your time to earn that tip money, like I said, you'll see the meter. As long as it doesn't turn yellow or red, try to keep the meter in the green zone. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just rush through my drop off, so I'm not going to worry about the tip money. Just to get this
You don't
going.
have to follow traffic laws too, like red lights, right?
No.
Okay.
No, it's not that ridiculous. No, not yet, at least. No, it's not. It's nothing like that. As long as you don't drive too crazy. As long as you don't drive too insane, because I think it does at some point if you do crash too much or just flip over too much or something like that, it does scare the VIP out of the vehicle and he just runs out. And then it doesn't end. Well, if it's only one limo, it'll end the mission there and you won't get the full payout. Yeah, it's nothing like that. You don't have to follow traffic laws or pedestrians. Not that you have to run them over necessarily, but so did you already pick him up, or you're still?
I'm almost there.
Okay. Just trying to cut through this field here to just get this going. Now, normally, sometimes what this does is that because there's random spots, I don't know the exact locations of all the possible spawn points for the VIP, but it typically tends to spawn the locations in the city, more of the southern part of the map. That's why I like doing this job. And every once in a while you get this up here on the northern part, but it's not a big deal. It doesn't take that long to get up there. The high roller. I kept calling him VIP, but same difference.
So I don't want the speed meter to go up, right?
Yeah, you
I
don't.
want to keep it down.
You want to keep it in the green. And again, like, it depends on, because also the tip money, but I believe also if you do drive too fast at a certain, if it's turning red, the high roller will just get out of the limo. That's the other reason why too. If you're driving too fast.
Too bad they don't have a... There's no cruise control in this game, is there?
No, there's not.
I think GTA 4 had that.
So that you can just kind of lock in the speed,
Yeah,
and then just drive to your destination at
Yeah.
that speed. I mean, that would be smart, actually. Yeah, no, but they don't have cruise control. At least not this limo model. And it's okay if you go into the red. It's not going to end the mission. You can go into the red. You'll just have, like, less of a payout for that. And that's just a bonus. You're still going to get a good, a decent amount. And RP still, obviously. And every once in a while, they'll actually make these double money. And it'll be the payout and the tip money that's double. So for dropping them off, just for the tip, it'll be 20,000.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, if you're just dropping off a client, just a high roller. And like I said, and when you're just kind of like doing these jobs casually, you're not really like forcing yourself to do it the fastest, you know, there's no pressure, then being, you know, take your time, and it's like a little break in between those jobs that you're doing.
Actually do some driving in a game called Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, for once, right? Yeah, I know we've been just flying. We've just been in flying vehicles.
Imagine there's a universe where this game franchise was called Race and Chase.
Race and Chase.
Race and Chase 5.
Which...
Race and Chase Vice City.
It's just, we're so just used to having it be called Grand Theft Auto that it's just ingrained in everybody's brain. And to call it Race and Chase, that's more of an obvious name.
That sounds like more like an arcade racer.
But it really does, exactly my point. That does not sound like the kind of franchise that you would imagine as this big
crime drama.
Behemoth. Yeah, crime drama, open world, you know, greatest game of all time. Race and Chase just doesn't do it justice to me. I don't know. Hey, I don't know. I mean, I guess they didn't imagine it was gonna blow up the way it did.
All right, I dropped them.
Oh, there you
Dropped her
go.
off.
All right. Did you get the 10,000?
Yeah, I did.
All right. Good job, man. How much? Well, we'll see right now. We'll see how much money you got. So that wasn't too bad, right?
No, that's pretty easy.
And the Agatha Baker missions, I'm not going to go into all the details of all the different missions that you can possibly spawn, but when you call her for work, it's, I believe, like 13 different jobs that you can have access to, and it's randomly selected, so you have no choice. But they have a decent amount of pay for some of them. Some of them not so good, but you will be earning chips in addition to that. So the currency, obviously, for the casino is the chips, so that you can gamble, and for the people that can access the casino. And then also you can have unique clothing and mask and, watches or whatever else accessories that are available for the Diamond Casino.
So I got 28,500 in money and 5,000 chips.
And 5,000 chips. All right, so that's not too bad.
For a thing that took like a few minutes.
Like a few minutes, right?
Yeah.
All right, so let's see. We might be able to spawn the next VIP job here since we're so close to it. So what I'd like to do is, if we do call in the Agatha job, and it is the limos, after you drop off the casino, what you can do is, what I like to do is the VIP work plowed, because you start this here, and it'll spawn the Phantom Wedge really close to the casino. And normally, like most people that do this job probably are aware of where this Phantom Wedge can spawn, but I've just noticed that throughout the years that this was one of the closest locations to the casino. So whenever I would get that, I would just spawn this in. So you're gonna get in the passenger side for this one. And this one's a really quick, easy job too as well. But you have to have access, or you have to have the Phantom Wedge. And this job, again, you can spawn this by yourself in a solo lobby or whatever play session. Another one of these vehicles that has the ramp in front of it. I like to just, it's like a distraction here, just flip as many vehicles as humanly possible.
Why would a construction site need this giant monstrosity?
Well, we're gonna see that it actually don't need it, but we're gonna use it to destroy the supplies.
Oh, okay.
So this is what you do is you come up to where the marker is, and you can cut across for the construction site location here. What I do is I don't exit or enter from the same spot necessarily every time, but I just will cut across like that. And then all you have to do is take the Phantom Wedge and destroy these crates here. Those three, there's going to be like a group of crates, and then they're going to have like an arrow above them. The only drawback with this job is that the spawn points for the supplies can be spread out from locations in the city all the way out here. That's the only drawback for this, and that's sometimes why I hesitate to start this job in certain locations, because there is that. But I mean, again, like, you're still earning money and RP, and it's not that difficult of a job to do. All you have to do is just the same thing I did, just 3 times.
Oh, hit that bike guy really good.
Watch, I'm gonna show you right now. So there you go. See, like that.
And that guy.
So see, sometimes it flips them up. Like when they're going towards you.
Oh god, yeah, they probably get some really good air.
Yeah, they do.
It's also kind of cool that it just happens to be the name of this car is the name of your character and your.
By pure coincidence, yeah. And that was before I even was aware that this was even in the game.
Well, you've had the Phantom
handle
tag for years, even
yeah.
before this game came out.
Yeah, I started it
like
for
on
a different
PS3.
game. Yeah, I did. I started it for a different game, and which I'm not gonna, at least not in this. I'm not gonna reveal what the reference to that is. But there is a direct reference to something which is based on something from the 80s that was animated, and that's the direct reference. That's why I used that alias, and I never changed it, even when you were able to years later, and I just kept it. And when I transferred over to GTA Online, I said, well, might as well just keep the same. There's no point in like creating a brand new account just for that game. So I just kept the same PSN account, and luckily I was able to get into it because, you know, sometimes with forgetting emails or passwords and stuff, it can be tricky. And then
Talking about my whole existence of forgetting passwords.
Well, no, I actually wasn't. I didn't even think.
I
about
thought you were
that
referencing that. I thought that's why you brought that up.
No, I just mean like in general because it is a thing. I mean, a lot of people do.
That has become a running joke with us, is that anytime I have to log into an account,
which is true, though,
of ours or something, or account of mine that we have to use, I don't remember the password.
You actually don't. I don't think you've ever remembered a single password in your life.
So I end up changing every time, every password, every time,
which is good for people trying to hack your account.
Exactly. So I keep them on their toes.
Yeah, you really do. They have their work cut out. If they try to hack any of your accounts,
they got the luck. Yeah, good luck.
Good luck. They got
I change it every
day.
Every day.
It's like
not intentionally.
Not intentionally. But you know how you normally have to pay a service to do that for you? Like every day you'd have to pay like I don't know.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, there might be.
Like auto change passwords? Probably. That does sound like a thing.
At this point, at some company where every day the password changes to keep the hackers.
And then it just like texts you or sends you the thing.
Yeah, that's you. Except you're not paying anybody. You're doing it yourself.
Yeah, I'm doing it myself. So if you want to not to get hacked, just change your password every day.
Yeah, that's all you have to do.
Anytime you log into something.
Just change it every single day. Every 24 hours, just change your password for everything that you own. For everything that you have an email assigned to.
Well, it's also, I think, I talked about it before. The reason why I think I stopped remembering passwords are
because you don't want to use your memory anymore.
No, because
you have a max
I think it has something to do with.
For,
there's a thing for like free trials or something at Walmart.
Don't throw yourself under the bus. Just
so I would
don't throw yourself under the bus.
I would make.
There's no need to do that.
I would make just throwaway email accounts to get like free trials for Walmart. It was like for this thing where you would get like samples of things. When Walmart used to do them, they used to have these machines that would give out free samples of random items. So it could be free samples of like wipes, free samples of like a little small deodorant thing, free samples of like yogurt or something.
Really, yogurt?
And you would need a Walmart email.
Just get into this helicopter real quick. Yeah, I wouldn't throw myself under the bus like that. They might still go after you, even though they don't do that service anymore. They still might be able to, after the fact.
No, I think statute of
limitations.
limitations.
I don't think so, man. Nah.
Also, there's nothing illegal about that. It's a free sample.
Shady. It's just shady that you're doing.
It's just immoral, I guess. But if anything,
I should have picked up some body armor, but we'll stop real quick. We'll just do this point to point. We'll do it at the end in case you need armor too. So we'll do. Let's see the closest one here. This one. I think. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you got to do what you got to do.
Also, is it really immoral if I'm ripping off Walmart? I mean, I don't think anyone's gonna go to bat for Walmart.
Let's not even get into it right now. There we go. That's a whole nother discussion about corporate greed, but I agree with it. They should try to rip off as many people as possible. Hey, why not? I mean, you're a corporation.
You're a person technically in the eyes of the court.
Yeah, all you're
already.
doing is making money, really. So, why not?
It's Madragio's house right there. We just passed.
Yeah, it is actually. Good eye, man. And just when I thought you didn't know GTA 5.
I played the story mode. Do you forget I played this before you
Yeah,
did?
you did actually. Technically, you did. You might have been the person that showed me this game, actually. All right, so I'm gonna pick up armor and just go ahead and get that the race. Go ahead and win that. And if you need armor too after.
You ever killed a man? I won't tell.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Honest.
I mean, who hasn't? Come on now. What kind of question is that?
How come sometimes when you try to get in, he gets on the side and not in the passenger seat?
It depends on where you are. On this, so if you're closer to the
Back of it?
back of it, it'll get into the side.
okay.
Yeah, it depends on where you are. Like if you're on the very front of it and you hit triangle to get into a vehicle, it'll get into the passenger right away.
It's weird. Gotta
Yeah,
call
what'd
for
you
my
get-
insurance.
Well, that's weird. Did you just destroy your vehicle or something?
No,
I don't remember.
stored it.
Yeah, that's really odd. All right, so we're just gonna reset the cycle here and start with, or not start, but continue with the bank robbery one. You're gonna rip off.
You're plugged into the traffic cam.
Looks like we're gonna have the Pacific Standard Bank location. Luckily enough. And this is also random, so it's just a coincidence that it picked the same one we started at.
Okay, these guys look like. But then again. Or you'll be fighting on all fronts.
What? That's not what I meant to do.
Yeah, that's gonna do that to you. You're lucky you didn't die, because you can actually, even though.
My
go
God,
ahead
I
and get in
just
the-
tried to get in the passenger seat.
So even though you're there's friendly fire is not on, because I normally don't have that on for organization. You can still, that's the way to get around
Yeah, I
that.
got launched under your terabyte. I'm surprised I didn't get suffocated or
Well,
something.
you can actually kill somebody. You can kill somebody in your organization, like with that method. If you use the blades of a helicopter.
I was just trying to
on
get in
your-
the passenger. For some reason, he climbed on the blade as you were starting it.
Yeah, I thought for sure it was gonna take you out. 'Cause normally that's happened before. I've seen that plenty of times.
Okay, so that is a minigun. Take it out quick and try not to get shot into chunks.
All right, so we took out the armored guard here, but let's take out the cops first. 'Cause it will cause a slight hindrance. Let's do this real quick here. All right, so you want go ahead and start taking out the enemies and collect the gold, and then
All
I'll
right.
pick you up. Go ahead and go inside, and I'll cover you. And then don't worry about Lester. I'll just call him on the way out. As soon as you're on your way out, just let me know, and I'll pick you up.
All right, I'm getting the gold right now.
Okay?
Got the gold. All right, I'm panning out.
All right.
Where are you?
Right here. All right, get in. I'll call Lester.
All right, I'm in.
All right, go ahead. I was talking to myself. Go ahead.
I was like, yeah, you want
Go
me to
ahead
call
and
him
go
or
get
you
out of here.
call-
No,
You
I'm
even
talking.
give yourself orders?
Yeah, I'm giving myself orders. Absolutely. I forget. I'm slacking sometimes, man. I got to remind myself.
It's just most of
All
the
right,
time
let's
you give
go.
your orders
Yeah.
in your head, not out loud.
Most of the orders are in my head.
Hey, what's up?
Come on, slacker. Let's go. Come on, go, man. What
I
are you
was
doing?
like, wait, you said you were going to
Social
call them.
No, I'm giving myself
You're in
orders.
trouble and you need my help. No problem.
That was smoother than the first time. All right, go ahead and just, as soon as I get off the top of that building there, you can drop off.
Okay, fine work. I hope you're happy with that paycheck.
Okay, guys, so that's going to do it for us. This was One of Rivals. I'm Jay, and I was joined by Ozzy. And if you guys enjoy this type of video, give us a like and consider subscribing to our channel. And we'll see you on the next one.
Bye.